Today's top 25 tech stories. Subscribe and hit the bell for daily tech updates. Elon Musk could still face criminal charges for trying to bribe voters in Wisconsin. Elon Musk may face criminal charges in Wisconsin for allegedly bribing voters with $1 million checks during the 2025 state Supreme Court election. The Wisconsin Elections Commission has referred 2 complaints to the Brown County District Attorney's Office, citing probable cause that Musk violated state law by offering inducements to influence voters' decisions. Satellite imagery captures race to recover 170-foot SpaceX Starship in the Indian Ocean. SpaceX's Starship prototype, Ship 40, successfully landed in the Indian Ocean after a test flight on July 24, with satellite imagery capturing its recovery by boats as of August 2. The spacecraft demonstrated significant improvement over previous models, retaining engine function and controlling re-entry into Earth's atmosphere before making a softest splashdown yet. SpaceX and Nvidia are taking their relationship exclusive. Here's what Musk said about their new status. Elon Musk announced during SpaceX's earnings call that his company will exclusively use Nvidia graphics processing units, GPUs, going forward, citing the Vera Rubin architecture as the best for AI computing. This move solidifies Nvidia as a key partner for both Tesla and SpaceX. Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta warn against premature restrictions of open-weight models. Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, and over 20 tech companies signed an open letter warning policymakers against imposing premature restrictions on open-weight AI models, fearing it could stifle competition or drive innovation overseas. SpaceX stock is down nearly 50% from its high here. Why it could get worse later this week. SpaceX's stock is expected to plummet further after Thursday's lockup expiration, when 912 million shares become tradable, potentially flooding the market with insider selling and driving prices down. The stock has already fallen nearly 50% from its post-IPO high, with some analysts predicting a drop to $100. SpaceX rocket crashes into the moon after drifting off course. A SpaceX rocket crashed into the moon after drifting off course. The incident occurred when the rocket's trajectory deviated from its intended path, resulting in an unplanned lunar impact. Investment firm launches Elon Musk-free ETFs. Subversive ETFs is launching 2 ex-Elon funds that exclude companies founded, controlled, or led by Elon Musk, allowing investors to avoid Tesla and SpaceX investments. The funds will track the Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500 indices, excluding any company with ties to Musk. SpaceX stock drops after first earnings call as Musk fails to woo investors with AI goals. SpaceX's stock price dropped over 8 after its first earnings call, as investors were unimpressed by Elon Musk's promises of dramatic artificial intelligence advancements. The company spent $18.4 billion in the quarter, with $15.8 billion going towards AI efforts that reported a $1.3 billion net operating loss. SpaceX's first-ever earnings show higher revenues and huge spending. SpaceX reported its first-ever quarterly earnings, revealing higher revenues of $1.4 billion and significant spending of $1.1 billion on R&D and infrastructure. SpaceX is barely space, and mostly ex-SpaceX's quarterly earnings statement shows that the company is primarily a telecom company, with its satellite internet service Starlink generating $4.2 billion in revenue, while its space sector contributed only 10% to overall revenue. Starship's heat shield looked great after Flight 13, but experts spotted something troubling. Starship's version 3 successfully completed its second test flight, deploying Starlink satellites and re-entering Earth's atmosphere. However, experts analyzed images of the spacecraft after splashdown and found a potential issue with the thermal protection system, hindering full and rapid reusability for future missions. Some of Doge's 110 BN saving reports are wrong or lack evidence. U.S. watchdog finds. A U.S. watchdog found that some estimates by Doge, a government efficiency department, regarding its $110 billion in reported savings lacked evidence or were incorrect. SpaceX shares rise even as company insiders get a chance to sell for the first time. SpaceX shares rose 6.1% to $114.92 as the company's insiders were freed up to sell for the first time, despite market concerns about potential selling pressure. The stock had dropped nearly 14 a day earlier amid expectations of insider sales. SpaceX says it's coming for AT&T, Verizon and T-Mobile customers. SpaceX plans to launch its next-generation Starlink mobile satellites in 2027, aiming to provide a full-fledged mobile carrier service that will compete with AT&T, Verizon and T-Mobile. The upgraded service is expected to be 100 times better than the current offering, with President Gwynne Shotwell anticipating the company will acquire customers from the big three wireless carriers due to its improved service. The lockup killed me. Early SpaceX investors say they're torn about whether to hold on or cash out as lockups expire. Early SpaceX investors, including Ryan D., who holds 2,800 shares valued at over $630,000 when the stock peaked, are torn about whether to hold or cash out as lockups expire. The stock has shed $1.2 trillion in market cap and tumbled nearly 50 from its peak, with some investors considering selling if Starship fails to progress beyond partial reusability. How much charity would it take for people to like Elon Musk? According to recent polling, 53% of Americans have an unfavorable opinion of Elon Musk, with 39% holding a favorable view. Musk believes his private businesses are a form of charitable giving and that billionaires like himself shouldn't donate money, citing his prediction that money won't matter in 2036 due to the rise of AI surpassing human intelligence. Minnesota's nudification ban is now in effect despite XAI's efforts to stop it. Minnesota's nudification ban took effect on Saturday, prohibiting AI-based or non-AI apps from altering photos of recognizable individuals to expose intimate parts. The law allows lawsuits and fines up to $500,000 per image access, making viral images financially catastrophic. Elon Musk is looking for trades workers to build AI data centers, and his famous 3-bullet point requirement applies. Elon Musk is recruiting skilled trades workers for SpaceX's AI data center build-out, seeking applicants who can demonstrate exceptional ability with 3 bullet points. The hiring push supports SpaceX's growing role in Musk's AI ambitions and potential plans to locate data centers in space. SpaceX launches Starship on another test flight, this time with the most advanced Starlinks. SpaceX launched its Starship rocket on a test flight, releasing 20 advanced Starlinks and reaching an altitude of 124 miles. The hour-long journey ended with a splashdown in the Indian Ocean, marking the 13th flight of the world's largest and most powerful rocket. SpaceX bears are taking a victory lap as the stock struggles a month after the IPO. SpaceX stock has fallen 40% from its peak of $225 to below its initial offering price of $135, prompting bears to reiterate their downbeat views. Analysts like George Noble and Jay Ritter predict further declines, with Noble forecasting a potential 78% drop to $30. Nikita Beer is leaving his job as X's head of product. Nikita Beer is leaving his role as head of product at X, a position he held since July 2025. He will continue to work with the company as an advisor after stepping down. SpaceX has more neocloud revenue. SpaceX's artificial intelligence, AI, division saw a significant increase in revenue to $2.6 billion, driven by deals with companies like Anthropic and Google, while its AI segment lost $1.5 billion this quarter. SpaceX's first Starship test flight since going public is set to launch. SpaceX has called off its first Starship test flight since going public due to an issue with engine ignition, which triggered an automatic launch abort. The company is working to identify the cause and plans to attempt the launch again in the near future. SpaceX is betting on Cybertrucks to save NASA astronauts in an emergency. NASA has selected Tesla's Cybertruck as the new emergency rescue vehicle for astronauts, replacing mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles, MRAPs, due to SpaceX's desire for a private rescue capability. The Cybertruck will be used for the upcoming Crew 13 mission, scheduled to launch on September 12 from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. SpaceX is coming for T-Mobile, AT&T and Verizon. SpaceX plans to offer mobile wireless services directly to consumers, bypassing major carriers T-Mobile, AT&T and Verizon, by deploying small cell towers disguised as Starlink dishes on rooftops nationwide. These mini towers will provide high-bandwidth connectivity, rivaling current cellular services. Thanks for watching, like and comment below. See you in the next update.